Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Backyard Garage. So today, here's what I'm doing. I'm actually going to start painting the body of the golf cart. I have it on my stands. A continuance of the last video is what I did is I just removed the lights from the tail lights from the rear of the body, and then I washed it thoroughly with soap and water and got it super clean. So now I'm going to show you the next steps that I am going to do. Couple additional things that I did as well is I removed the stickers from the golf cart and then just went over any spots that were super sticky and then got everything all cleaned up and ready to go. There's a couple spots here that are still dirty and they need to be cleaned a little bit more, but they'll get cleaned with the final sand. But if you look at my golf cart, you're gonna see that this paint is actually, it's kind of flaking off, kind of peeling. There's a bunch of scratch marks in here. Hopefully some of these will sand out, but the ones that don't, I'm gonna be adding some body filler to them and just getting it kind of good to go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my my orbital sander here, and I kind of started a little bit, but I'm gonna start with some sandpaper. This is a 240 grit sandpaper. I'm gonna sand everything down with a 240, and then I'm gonna hit it with a 320 just so it's ready to go for the primer. So, and then I'm not sure yet, I might go up to a 400 with the sanding. I gotta look at my primer that I got, and then I will see what it says. So, put you on a time lapse here. I'm gonna get to sanding. Alrighty, so I've been sanding for the last hour and a half. It's a lot of work, but I got everything else sanded down. I got it down to about a 400 grit. That's what it's looking like. Some of these areas, they're bad imperfections, so what I had to do is I had to go put on an 80 grit and then work my way up from 80 up to the 400. And then up here, where this sticker was, this was really hard to get that goop off, but I got it off. It's good to go. It's sanded smooth. So the next thing I gotta do is I gotta spray these off, and then I'm gonna use some grass. I gotta spray these off and then use some wax and grease remover to get them clean. So let me do that. The grease and wax remover that I'm dropping stuff. The grease and wax remover that I'm using is just this dupe color. It's a premium cleaner, and it just preps your surfaces for paint. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this all wiped down. So now that those are drying, I didn't use gloves. They're gonna get another wipe down before I actually paint. I just cleaned them off to get all the dust and everything off. So now is what I'm gonna do is I gotta set up a makeshift paint booth. So I'm gonna go ahead and start setting it up over there in that section of the garage. And then, yeah, I'll be back in just a sec. So here we go. It's actually late at night here, but I have the makeshift paint booth up here, and this is what it's looking like. So I will have plenty of room to spray all my parts and walk around and get everything sprayed in. All I did was I just took some plastic and I duct taped it up to my rafters and just kind of made this enclosed here. So what I'll do before I paint is I'm going to spray the floor down, get it wet, so that way any dust that is on the floor won't be kicking up and getting into the primer or the paint. But this is where it's at. I didn't film putting this up. It was kind of a pain, but I did get it up, and yeah, so I'll see you in a sec here. Alrighty, so it is the next day, and I have everything pretty much ready to go. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go use some of this adhesion promoter here, and it's gonna help with this plastic, and it's gonna help the paint stick on these parts. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that, just do a light film all over everything, and then let that dry, and then I'll be ready for paint. Okay, so here we go. This has been flashing for about an hour now, almost an hour, and it's ready for the base coat, which is the second part of this process. So the primer did lay on. There's a little bit of spots on the body, but to be honest, it's like under the seat here. Like in this spot, you can tell, and underneath where the seat goes, but I'm actually not too worried about those. And the reason being is because the seat's gonna be slamming down on there anyway again. But other than that, I mean, it's looking pretty good. The cowl, it does have a little bit of damage on it. The light's picking it up, but it does have a little bit of damage on it and little dents. I could fill those in, but to be honest, it's just a golf cart. I'm not gonna go super crazy on the bodywork because it probably will get damaged a little bit more anyway. And plus the windshield's gonna sit there, so where the windshield is sitting, it's not gonna be super noticeable. But other than that, I mean, sanding this down, it really helped out a lot, and it got rid of a lot of the imperfections and scratches that were in the paint. So let me get suited up again and get everything all set up, and then I'm gonna start spraying the base coat. Okay, so I got the first coat of paint on. It laid down really well. I'm just letting it flash right now. It's a 10-minute flash time, so it's been about 10 minutes. So just kind of wanted to touch base at where I'm at and how it's looking. I think it's looking awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of imperfections in here. Like when I was doing my Camaro, I wouldn't have even started this painting because just it doesn't look super perfect. However, like I said, this is a golf cart. It's gonna be used. It's gonna go on the streets. It's gonna be going on gravel roads. It's gonna be kicking up rocks. And I have a 3-year-old who's not very gentle on things. So, yeah, I'm not striving for perfection on this. I'm just striving for something that looks a lot better than it did. If you ask me, I think it looks a million times better than it did. I love this blue here. This paint that I got, this is called, it's a Restoration Shop. I got it at TCP Global. No, I'm not sponsored by them. I'm just telling you the products that I'm using. Let me take you out here and I'll show you what I'm using. It's the urethane base. I got the clear coat, base coat. I only got a quart of it, but this is what it is right here. And then I got the color is the Viper Blue Pearl. So you mix that 2 to 1, 2 parts of that to 1 part of the reducer. And then I also got the clear coat that comes in the kit, which is back here. So I'm hoping I have enough clear coat. I should. Yeah, actually I should have plenty of clear coat as well. But yeah, this is kind of where I'm at. So let me spray the next coat. I'm probably not gonna record it. Actually, I'm not gonna record it, but I'll be back when I'm ready for clear. Well, everybody, that's probably going to be a wrap for today's video. I got everything painted. It is actually the next day after I painted it. The paint is dry, so it's just got to set. I want to let it set for a couple of days and just let it really bake in and just dry up. So thank you so much for watching my video. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. The process is super easy. Anybody can do it. You just need a few basic tools. If you guys have any questions or comments, drop them down below, and I will see y'all on my next video. Peace.